It's the appointed time. We have a quorum. So I call to order the meeting of the panel on information technology and broadcasting. Item 1 on the agenda. Information papers issued since the last meeting. No such paper has been issued by the Secretariat. Item 2, items for discussion at the next meeting. That meeting will take place at 2:30 p.m. on the 9th of June. The CEDB, or Commerce and Economic Development Bureau, has proposed one item for discussion, and that's the regulatory regime of domestic free television program services and matters related to handling license renewal applications. So, members, do we all agree on this item? If we are, let's move on to item 3, update on digital government and smart city development. So we first invite the officials to join us. A reminder to members, so we have made a change to the time of today's meeting. The officials joining us have to leave by 5:30 p.m. We have pretty much everyone among the members here, so let's keep our questions and answers brief. Let's stick to 3 minutes for each member. If you wish to ask questions, please press the request to speak button. So we have now switched on the system. We welcome the Undersecretary for Innovation, Technology and Industry, Ms. Lilian Cheng, and her team. We also have Mr. Tony Wong, Commissioner for Digital Policy. So I now give the floor to the Undersecretary for the opening remarks. Madam Chair, members, I'm joined by my team from the DPO today to brief members on the latest position of the government's efforts to pursue digital government and smart city development. For that, we need top-level design. Now, to act with foresight, we set up the Digital Policy Office last year. We have a comprehensive strategy as we move fast on digital government. The DPO is tasked with coming up with measures on data, digital government, and digital infrastructure. The DPO also oversees such efforts across the government. The DPO is also responsible for overseeing the data integration between departments. The DPO also steps up support for digital infrastructure to support data interoperability. The DPO also fosters smart applications to speed up digital government across the board. With the concerted effort of the DPO and all government departments in areas such as open data, smart applications, and digital government, we have made solid progress. For example, for all licensing applications, we now offer electronic options. IM Smart users have exceeded 3.4 million now. We also have cross-boundary public services, so that people can access online services through CBPS with greater ease. On many fronts, we will continue to enhance data governance. There will be many measures to be taken on enhancing the AI ecosystem. Now, I want to give the floor to my colleagues from the DPO who will tell members in greater detail about the implementation of various measures. And then my team and I will be happy to take questions from members. Thank you, Undersecretary. Who from the DPO will walk us through, please? Madam Chair, members, good afternoon. I'm pleased to be here to brief members on the latest position of digital government and smart city. Back in 2022, the government announced the Hong Kong Innovation and Technology Development Blueprint. It was about a top-level design, laying down the overall directions of Hong Kong's development. Smart city is a key part of the blueprint. Now, to step up the top-level coordination and design, last July, we set up the Digital Policy Office. The DPO focuses on digital government, data governance, and smart applications. Now, I will discuss the work of the DPO on building a digital government, digital services, and data governance, as well as creating an AI ecosystem, followed by integration into the GBA. As the Undersecretary has just said, With the concerted effort of the DPO and other departments, starting from mid-2024, the government has gone fully digital with services involving licensing and applications. All payment items have also gone fully electronic starting from the third quarter last year. We're also implementing the 100 initiatives in digital government and smart city. We're offering greater ease to people and businesses through digital services. We have launched roughly 50 such services. So we're using AI to improve 1823 services. We also use chatbots to address common inquiries from the public. Within the government, we are trialing generative artificial intelligence to help government officers draft written replies. We want to focus our manpower on more complicated cases. Now, we are picking up calls within 12 seconds, and we have hit the 80% mark, up from 74%. A key part of top-level design is data governance. Last December, we launched the principles of data governance and also launched a dedicated web page on data governance. We want to improve the quality of data and reliability. We also want to foster data flow. We also take data security seriously. Last year, we rolled out measures on information security. We have enhanced supervisory responsibility. We have also conducted security checks for vulnerabilities. We have also conducted in-depth security audit. Last year, the DPO also organized the first cybersecurity drill in Hong Kong. Building on this success, the DPO will continue to organize such drills. Now, in the second half of this year, we will have another round of the cybersecurity drill. We will expand the scale of the drill. We have been fostering open data. On data.gov.hk, we now offer more than 5,500 datasets with more than 2,400 application programming interfaces. On the common spatial data infrastructure, there are more than 1,000 datasets. In 2024, there were more than 60 billion downloads. The data supports the development of new apps by the industry. To encourage open data and data sharing, within this year, we will compile the departmental data catalogs. That's to help each department to get a sense of the data other departments have, and that's also to help align data standards and foster data sharing. We have already launched the Consent Data Exchange Gateway, meaning with the consent of the data, we have put in place the system for people to apply for services, and the departments can simply access the data already there. That means people don't have to enter the data again, and we have processed more than 20 million data access requests. So financial institutions access the information on registered addresses. With the EMI function, the addresses have already been put in beforehand. On the basis of the work done, we're trying to pursue the work through two platforms to integrate digital services. So facing the public, we have I Am Smart. Facing businesses, we have the digital corporate identity, or Corp ID. On I Am Smart, we now have more than 3.4 million registered users supporting more than 1,100 online services and electronic forms. Every day, more than 100,000 accesses are recorded on I Am Smart. We also launch a number of new functions. We streamline the registration procedure. We also launch a new user interface. We launched the personal code, and we also enhanced the EMI function. People can also now access digital documents on I Am Smart. Various departments have also launched personalized features, and there will be a personal assistant page on I Am Smart, and people can access them. This year, there will be further new features, such as step-up authentication, bill payment function, where people can pay their government bills on this platform. There will also be a mini program platform. That means people don't have to install extra apps. With IM Smart, they can access the services just on IM Smart. Our goal is to adopt IM Smart across the board within this year so that people have one-stop access to all government services through IM Smart. The DPO is also moving full steam ahead in creating this digital corporate identity so that we can launch all the functions by the end of next year. Within this year, we will start with a sandbox for departments and businesses to do proof of concept tests and develop feasible solutions. Within the government set up the Smart Government Innovation Lab. That lab has done much work. We held more than 20 large-scale technical forums over the past 3 years. We matched more than 20 departments with more than 70 technological solutions covering Internet of Things, etc. Now, for the Working Family and Financial Assistance Office, we have adopted chatbots. For the Social Welfare Department, we have adopted image analytics. Now, on promoting AI, which is a priority for us, the lab will launch the AI plus governance promotion campaign. The focus of that campaign is to get departments to make greater use of AI to enhance public services. We will come up with an AI solution catalog for departments to find the suitable AI solutions with speed, and they can find the AI solution providers. There will be more promotional events to get departments to work with solution providers, and we also want departments to share their experience. The government is also fostering a vibrant AI ecosystem. Now, for infrastructure, Phase 1 of the AI Supercomputing Center is now operational. The computing power will go up to 3,000 petaflops. On research and development, the government has also earmarked $3 billion. This is for a 3-year AISS or AI subsidy scheme. The research covered by the funding covers large language models, new materials, synthetic biology, etc. And those projects are now taking up 90% of the computing power. The budget this year has also announced $1 billion for the Hong Kong AI Research and Development Institute. This is to foster the upstream research and also the transformation and commercialization at the midstream and downstream. We are coming up with the specific plan. We will try to set up this institute in 2026 to 27. On AI governance, the DPO launched the HK Hong Kong Generative AI Technical and Application Guideline. So that's a set of guidelines in line with Hong Kong's local circumstances. Now, apart from governance and services, the government also works with the Guangdong government. In November 2023, we launched a thematic website on cross-boundary public services. Those cross-boundary public services now number more than 150, so that Hong Kong residents and businesses in the mainland can access public services online. So those people don't have to visit the office in person. At 7 mainland cities, we have set up cross-boundary services, self-service kiosks, and also IM Smart self-service registration kiosks. For Hong Kong residents, they can log on to their IM Smart, and then they can access Yue Shengshi to access various public services in Guangdong. To foster the digital economy in the GBA, last November, we regularized the standard contract on data in the GBA. All 9 mainland cities of the GBA and all industries in Hong Kong can adopt the GBA standard contract. That's to help them launch more services to make life easier for people and businesses. Now, on promoting the digital government, every April, the DPO sets up the Smart Hong Kong Pavilion at the Smart Hong Kong Expo. That's to help different industry players showcase their latest innovative solutions. We also tell the industry about the outstanding INT product from Hong Kong. So I will stop here for my presentation. Thank you.
There are 14 members on the list. Professor William Wong, Mr. Shu Ka-fai, Mr. Chen Ho-fong, Mr. Lam Chen-sing, Mr. Tang Fei, Mr. Michael Luk, Ms. Eunice Yong, Mr. Chairman Kwong, Mr. Chen Kim-po, Mr. Bao Feng-kwong, Mr. Tony Jay, Mr. Dennis Leung, and myself, Professor Wong. I'm pleased to see that the mini program is moving ahead, and there are a lot of apps that have been created. So how soon will the government be merging the apps into the mini programs? There are many visitors coming to Hong Kong from the mainland. In particular, on the 1st of May, there are reception problems, so the government is providing a lot of free Wi-Fi services. Will the government be testing the capacity of the existing Wi-Fi services to see whether they will be able to meet the demand from the visitors? And the service providers have introduced 5G-A, 5G Advanced services in the mainland. How soon will the Hong Kong government be doing the same? InnoX, we have the Smart Hong Kong Pavilion. I've visited that as well, and there is a lot of coverage of AI in the civil service, in the discipline services, the fire services, the testing, and so on. They're doing a brilliant job there, not to mention the civilian-grade staff. We have also the Hong Kong Guide. In different scenarios, there are different designs. Would the government consider for the Hong Kong Guide, would there be any vertical applications? And different LLMs would be created for different departments, right? Who's going to take the question? Undersecretary. Thanks very much, Professor Wong, for the questions. Now for the mini program in the I'm Smart, that the future direction is that with the development of mini program, the DPO would require the departments to first consider putting their apps into the mini program platform. Now for the existing apps, there are guidelines for the departments to review them. We have issued clear-cut requirements for them to measure up to the expectation, and we do have the quantitative requirements. If they fail to achieve target, they'll have to take them off the shelf. And we've seen a reduction in the number of apps. As the mini programs are developing over the next coming 2 years, the number of apps would be halved from 76. Second, the Wi-Fi coverage, and this is going to be the way forward. In the light of what the member mentioned, we understand the OFCA is liaising with the service providers in this regard. I'm also grateful to the member for suggesting the AI plus public services. Mr. Peter Xu. Madam Chair, thank you. Digital government means that we're using technology to provide services to the members of the public with greater efficiency. Internally, how can we use digital technology to minimize manpower and to increase the efficiency? Like the LCSC, they are managing so many venues, and that people, the public in the toilets, people would be checking against the boxes manually when they're inspecting the toilets. I think if we can deploy technology, then we can do away with the manual record. So I think this can be applicable to the government venues. And also the members of the public can use some technology to apply for licenses. We've heard that people will have to queue around the block to apply for licenses. How can we facilitate license application without having to queue up for such a long time? All right, who's going to take the question? Tony. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks very much, Mr. Xiu, for the question. Indeed, we're going to be using the technology like AI Plus to enhance the internal operation of the government. That's AI plus governance. So there will be AI catalog, whereby we will be getting hold of the ready-made AI applications in the market. And with these tools, we hope that the members of the public or the departments will be deploying them. And this is to tie in with the commonly seen procedures like the application for licenses. People can complete the procedures online, and we can also use AI to carry out venue management. All these will be put on the catalog. The other objective is to use more ready-made, cost-effective, web-based tools that will take a shorter time to deploy. Mr. Xiu, but the departments will have to cooperate with you. It would be hard for them to deploy the tools otherwise. Mr. Chen Hockfong, Madam Chair, over the past 2 years, I'm Smart and digital government, a lot has been happening there. The I'm Smart, it looks a lot better than before, and the procedures are so much simpler. You don't have to go through so many steps to get where you want to. So will the administration give us some statistics? It will be hard for the public to get these kind of statistics. As of today, how much money has been devoted to the development of IT, and how much time has been saved on the part of the members of the public, and also how much time has been saved by the civil servants in handling the issues, and what manpower has been reduced in terms of establishment. Now, I put this question because with AI, we like to ramp up the efficiency, and I find it hard to get a reply from the administration so far. All right, who's going to take the question? Under Secretary, please. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks very much, Mr. Chen, for endorsing the optimization work of I'm Smart. As to the efforts that we put in, there will be value for money. We have the technology there, and we will be achieving savings in terms of manpower, which can otherwise be redeployed. Now, say, for instance, the DPO coordinates the e-government programs. As you understand, projects that were over $20 million will have to be taken to the Finance Committee. Anything below $20 million, there is a block vote there. Now, with that vote, we have for 2021 through to 24, 158 projects have been approved, covering different programs. And mainly, they're intended to ramp up the efficiency and digital government. With the information for the quantifiable KPI, we have reduced the one-off expenditure to the tune of $24 million. We've also, $240 million, I hasten to add. And We'll also have the centralized platform, and departments don't have to develop their own programs. And each year, we also achieve savings on recurring expenditure. Each year, $660 million. We managed to achieve the manpower and administrative expenditure. I'd like to add, though, that other than the efficiency being ramped up, with digital government, we can benefit the members of the public and the business sector, and we can also enhance the cybersecurity. And we will be moving down this path, and this is something that we would like to emphasize. Mr. Lam Chun Sing. Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, the DPO has the smart lab, which is tasked to deal with 70-odd pieces of technology. I'd like to find out about the efficiency. We don't really want to see AI being deployed for the sake of deploying AI. Now, with this technology, if we fail to achieve manpower savings, if we cannot ramp up the efficiency, then it's going to be counterproductive. It's a wasteful use of resources. How can we monitor the effectiveness? And Para 21 about information security. Now, as INT center, we really need the manpower, and we have a lot of security experts. Now, we have enacted the legislation regarding critical infrastructure. I'm wondering whether there will be competition for talents in relation to cybersecurity. And in the process, it would be really hard to identify the right amount of talents. So now we have the University of Applied Sciences, and we also have the talent schemes. How are we going to be able to identify the cybersecurity experts or talents? Undersecretary. Right, let me address the first part of the question. I defer to the DPO for the second. As to the IT lab, the smart lab, now this is really welcomed by many departments. Now, for departments to take forward the IT solutions, they may not be well aware of the availability of the solutions. And indeed, many enterprises would like to make themselves known to the government departments, but they don't have the channel. And this smart lab is really playing the bridging role there. So as you can see, we have collected, there are 250 demands. We have played the bridging role, and there are 510 solutions becoming available in the market out there, ranging from fire services, social welfare, environmental, the family welfare allowance. 100 or so solutions would be required. We hope that the government departments will be taking advantage of AI and the cutting-edge technology going forward. I spare you the details here. I defer to the DPO. Thank you very much. In terms of talent training for cybersecurity, we are enhancing the awareness of cybersecurity, and we're inviting mainland experts and organizations to come and support this area of work. And last year, we have entered into a memorandum of understanding with an academy regarding cybersecurity, and some courses will be run. And from the beginning of this year, some courses have become available from the academy, and there will be more promotion and publicity, and we hope that more talents can be trained up In particular, we'd like to entice more mainland experts to come and provide services in Hong Kong.
Mr. Tang Fei. On promoting the use of AI, the government has taken a number of measures. I commend the government's work. But education is missing, and there is little on education. In mid-April this year, the Ministry of Education, along with other 9 national departments, issued an opinion on speeding up the digitalization of education. So I wonder if the ITIB should work with the Education Bureau along similar lines. And that's about creating a large model on education. Our country is trying to come up with the 2.0 version of this model. So this is about AI assisted education. So you can rely on the business sector. You wait for businesses to develop apps. But our country is trying to come up with a smart education platform for schools and universities to use. The Education Bureau can provide its professional input, but the ITIB can provide the INT input. So I wonder if we have such plans. Singapore is working on something, and that is a self-education platform on AI, so that people from all walks of life can use this government platform to learn about artificial intelligence. Do we have such plans for Hong Kong? Tony. Thank you. I thank Mr. Tang for his suggestions. Our AI plus governance initiative will cover all departments. Mr. Tang's point was to make greater use of AI in education. We're happy to take away the suggestion, and we will follow up with the Education Bureau on this. Next, Mr. Chen Xiuhong. Thank you, Madam Chair. The ITIB and the DPO has done much and achieved much in promoting a smart city and developing a digital government. The figures and the achievements are cause for celebration. I do want to confirm something, and that's in paragraph 6. Paragraph 6 says that we have achieved the target of full digitalization of government services. So that covers 1,480 licensees and government services, as well as 600 payment items. So I want to confirm this. Are we saying that all forms of form filling or the submission of forms have gone online, so people can take care of all those forms through IM Smart or online, and we are leaving no stone unturned? I want to confirm if this is right. On the mini program platform, I welcome the idea that this platform will obviate the need for people to download the apps of different departments. All that people have to do is to download IM Smart. Various departments already have their respective apps, and we now have the mini program platform. So my question is, will those departments still have to put manpower into maintaining their existing departmental apps? If you don't have the figures right now, please give us the details after the meeting. So I want to find out about the resources and the manpower needed. Now, my third question has to do with cross-boundary data flow. Last November or December, the standard contract for cross-boundary flow of personal information within the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area was announced. So I want to confirm that this contract also covers the data of Hong Kong residents going to the mainland. How many businesses or how many people have provided data within this framework? How is this scheme working? How does the Hong Kong SAR government monitor the usage of Hong Kong residents' data by mainland businesses? So can the officials please provide a written response after the meeting, because we're out of time. Ms. Eunice Yong. I support the government's work on promoting a smart city. Now we have I'm Smart, we have AI, and we also have AI plus governance. I wonder if we have a timetable for AI governance. How can we go paperless within the government? The public-facing work is fine. I Am Smart is getting somewhere. More people have downloaded I Am Smart. But how do we go paperless within the government? That's covered in the audit report as well. So when it comes to keeping attendance records with contractors, the government is still relying on paper-based records, and that makes monitoring hard. So do we have a timetable for the government in going paperless within the government? How do we do better within smart technology within the government? Now I want to turn to remote sensing satellites. Roughly in the early 2000s, data was gathered for remote sensing satellites. Now we want to focus on industrial safety and water mains. We can use remote sensing to monitor seepage or leakage from water mains. So in terms of open data, are we using data from satellites to help businesses so that businesses can help the government improve its service delivery? Under Secretary. Ms. Young mentioned going paperless or going electronic within the government. Our future direction is AI plus governance. We use cutting-edge technologies to streamline procedures. The direction is to use AI as a tool so that we will need less manpower and we can get the work done with less manpower, with greater speed and greater accuracy. That's our direction. Some departments are already doing this. The Architectural Services Department uses AI and data analytics in assessing project costs. Some departments have also started using digital technology in auditing, such as environmental assessment reports. And that's in line with what the member suggested. On remote sensing satellites, this is also part of our broad direction. We're promoting open data. We want public and private organizations to open up their data to foster INT applications. We have the CSDI, Common Spatial Data Infrastructure. It's based on a geospatial data system. Government departments will keep up with the changing times. We'll see what kinds of data can help us provide better services for the public. Professor Chow Min Kong. The ITIB has told us about smart government initiatives, and that shows progress. There was a question from the Special Finance Committee meetings. There are 76 government departmental apps. Some apps leave much to be desired when it comes to cost effectiveness. In 2022, an app was launched. It takes $430,000 for maintenance, and that's a window inspection app from the buildings department. Only 14,000 people downloaded the app. 2019, we spent $800,000 on developing the app. Each year, in an M Connect from the MSD, it takes $400,000 to maintain. Only 31,000 downloads over the years. All these apps show room for improvement. Since we already have I Am Smart now, can we get those departments to migrate their apps onto I Am Smart? Wouldn't it be better to offer people single portal access to those apps, and people don't have to look for the right apps? Now, in procurement, you don't have to start from scratch every time. In the mainland, they have the 12123 traffic management system. It's a well-established system. There's electronic vehicle license, you can check the traffic fines, and there's online training. The mainland app is doing well. Of course, we should localize our own platform. But the mainland already has a backend system in place. So if we're looking for similar features, can we procure the ready-made system from the mainland? We buy the system from the mainland and then we localize it. That will be faster and cheaper than developing or buying something on our end from scratch. Mr. Tony Wong. I thank Professor Chow for his two questions. Now for procurement, we focus on the functions needed. I believe when ready-made solutions are available to meet departmental needs, those bidders can let us know, so they can show us already well-established systems in use elsewhere, and that will make the tender price more competitive. And we will remain closely in touch with our bidders to encourage them to do this. Now, on the departmental apps, I agree with Professor Chow on his point. And this is to address Mr. Chen's first question about apps. This point is close to the heart of many members. Every year, we review government departmental apps regularly. For apps that fall short of requirements such as the number of downloads, those apps have to be removed. And since we're going to launch the mini program platform for I'm Smart, we have set indicators for departments. In the next 2 years, departments have to remove apps that have a low number of downloads or usage. Those apps will have to migrate onto the I'm Smart platform. There are two merits with this approach. One, lower maintenance costs. All that they will have to maintain is the app on the mini program app. For the rest, I'm Smart will take care of that. So that means fewer workers are needed for maintenance. And for the public, they can access all the services, all the apps they need on I'm Smart, and people won't have to download multiple apps. Mr. Chen Kim-po. This paper is interesting. It sets out all the efforts of the government. I have tried the electronic services with vehicle permits myself. It was a smooth and swift process after the service went online. It's a success story. So I have a question. There are so many tools for departments. We want to see greater efficiency so that the government will need fewer workers. But all these tools are available and you're not mandating their usage by departments. That would be wasteful. So can the government have an internal discussion? Maybe this is a decision for the chief executive, but we have to do it. We have to mandate the usage of these tools. You have to set indicators. Say for customer service, you should adopt chatbots across the board. That is already happening in the insurance sector. The customer service in the insurance sector is now performed mostly by chatbots already. And now on document or clerical processing, the tools are there. You should mandate the usage of such tools by civil servants, and you don't have to worry about the workers because you will be retraining those workers for other tasks. Existing workers will retire and you don't have to hire so many to fill their vacancies. So you should mandate the usage of these apps. Don't just let people decide whether to use the apps, and you should measure the success, set a goal, put some pressure on the workers. And that's how you can maximize the benefits of your R&D outcomes. That's my point.
And the Secretary. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for the invaluable comments. Like the DPO said, AI plus governance is the way forward. The DPO is coordinating the development of e-government. We are creating these centralized platforms, and this would minimize all the procedures and manpower resources. The key thing is we hope that we can share the use of all these good tools in terms of data processing, customer services, emergency services. When we roll out the AI plus governance, there will be certain targets. We mandate them to use. Yes, indeed, there would be some requirements that departments will have to use them. Mr. Ma Fung Kwok, Madam Chair, thank you. In the last two meetings, we did have a fair amount of discussion on the content of this paper. We are promoting e-government, digital government. We talked about what we have achieved. Hardly ever do we talk about the response on the part of the users and the evaluation of the tools. That's terribly important. You go to all these expenses and manpower resources. How effective have they been? And the paper seems to be silent on all these elements. In 2003, the government rolled out the cross-boundary zone for people to process the government services online. It seems that the mainland is really ahead of Hong Kong in this regard. I travel between Hong Kong and the mainland quite a lot, and there is so much room for us to strengthen what we have been doing. Earlier, I commissioned the Secretariat to conduct a survey regarding the smart tourism in Singapore, and it seems that Hong Kong is lagging really behind. I've also made available the paper to members. Very simply, about 10 days ago, the East Dam is really well visited, as suggested by the Red Note app. The government said that they didn't expect the East Dam to be an attraction. I think we should tell the visitors what the attractions are, where they are, and they shouldn't say that they didn't expect this to be an attraction. I find it's really surprising how much have we done in terms of smart tourism and what information has been disseminated to the visitors regarding the attractions in Hong Kong. And I think Hong Kong is lagging really behind. In Zhongshan, Zhuhai, they have done brilliantly well there. Thank you. Tony? Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks very much, Mr. Ma. Regarding the feedback from the users, each e-government services, the departments will conduct surveys on a regular basis. Together with the Census and Statistics Department, we would conduct surveys on the use of e-government services. We will incorporate all these in the future survey to more systematically collect public views. The growth in the utilization would indirectly show the satisfaction level. Now, for the cross-boundary public service, we are liaising with the Guangdong province to increase the number of cross-boundary public service zones. One example is the registration for or as voter. In mainland cities, people can also register for this purpose. And some people coming back from the mainland are telling us it is far more convenient because they don't have to do so much traveling to get this done. So we will do a better job in relation to cross-boundary public services. As to the smart tourism, I'll convey the message to the CSTB. Mr. Tony J. Madam Chair, I thank the administration for the efficiency and their efforts in deploying technology. The creation of the DPO will certainly make things a lot better. I, like fellow members and the members of the public, do feel that there are some problems with the compatibility. That we have a lot of electronic forms, and I think the format should be standardized. Maybe down to the level of the font size. For people who are getting on in years, like me, it would certainly be helpful. As to the data sharing, it seems that it's all talk and little action. In particular, things that are related to livelihood. Now you are promoting e-government to benefit the members of the public, like the hospital authority, the housing department, for instance. Now in the CDEG, Consented Data Exchange Gateway, are they part of this CDEG? Because otherwise things would become very fragmented. And I hope that you will improve in this area. Tony, thanks very much. Mr. J. As to the standardization of the format of the e-forms, there is a common platform, a shared platform there, and we will be standardizing this, and we will be asking the departments to make sure that this is done. And the member talked about more options, like senior citizens and people who are in need, that they will be able to get the forms in larger fonts. Now, certainly this can be done. The member also talked about the consent data exchange gateway. Now we have the personal assistant page, and this is intended to link up all the information commonly used. Now the e-health is one of them that will be linked up, and the EMPF platform, the Water Service Department, the Rating Evaluation Department, the Inland Revenue Department, all these will be linked up. The idea is to make sure that people using the Smart personal assistant page will be able to get access to all the information relating to them for these different departments, like the appointment dates, the bills, the status of the bills, and so on. All these will be consolidated and integrated into the personal assistance page. Mr. Denislow, Madam Chair, last year, the OGO has been merged, and the DPO was formed, and it seems that things are improving. Now, Tony said that there is the e-government services. That previously different departments would be minding their own business, and they create their own apps. Now we have the mini program platform. Now for the older apps, I'm not suggesting that they should be taken off the shelf, but they should be migrating to the mini program platform. This is conducive to the development of e-government services. I noticed that by the end of the year, there are 8 programs that will be rolled out. In the coming 2 years, how many projects would be in the pipeline? Can you be more specific about that? And also the cross-boundary public services, there are 8 kiosks that are available to facilitate the mainland and Hong Kong people. Now, in taking forward the e-government services, more of the same should be done. Now, if you have more services available, then people would be more willing to cooperate. And I hope that you would have these kiosks to cover, to get the elderly people covered. Now, for instance, with these kiosks in Hong Kong, you will, in a way, be able to promote the services. I think that would obviate the situation where we have the digital divide. For the senior citizens who are not well up in technology, I hope that you will make sure that they will also be able to be part of these e-government services. Thank you. Tony. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thanks very much, Mr. Leung, for the comments. As regards the consolidation and integration of the existing apps, we are proactively doing that. We do have the mini program platform, the mobile apps will be handled that way. And the mobile apps, the otherwise would be on their own, will be merged into the I'm Smart. We do have the target for the coming 2 years. The departments are also working towards this goal. Like the Undersecretary said, for the existing apps, we will be massively slashing the numbers by half for consolidation. As to the cross-boundary public services, we heard what the member has to say. Maybe we can use the same kiosks and make them available in Hong Kong. We will proactively consider how these can be done on the ground. Right, I take the last few minutes to say this. We can see that over the coming years, the government has been rolling out a lot of e-government services, and this represents a huge improvement. Long may this continue going forward. Now we are promoting the deployment of low-altitude economy, AI, and A+ governance, and smart government, and so on. There are some mainland departments that were procuring their own AI services or low-altitude technology, and as a result, things become really incompatible, and they eventually needed the top-level design and created a single platform to resolve the issue. I hope that we can learn from the mainland experience and try not to duplicate all this work to avoid incompatibility. I must declare that I am the Honourable Chair of the Smart City Alliance, and like the Undersecretary said a moment ago, we have visited GeoLab, and we find that for the students, for the members of the public, it would be very useful for them to share the use of government lab. Now, the GeoLab will be discontinued because of resource implications. Now, will the DPO be taking over the GeoLab to promote the use of CSDI and share the use of the data? Undersecretary. Madam Chair, thanks very much for the valuable comments regarding smart government services. Like the Chair said, we are trying to, the DPO is trying to create centralized platform, and we'd like to have this top-level design with the centralized platform. We can promote the shared use of the data and also the development of more centralized systems. Now, GeoLab, as mentioned by the Chair, we can find out more about this later on. Right. Any other business? There are no AOP items. Meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much. Mr. Chen's 3 questions will be addressed in writing. Thank you.